Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy 1st of July, everybody.
Yes,
Welcome to Change July, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Saw we run a little late, blame it on I-20.
That's right. That's right.
But I'm here, man. We got an awesome show tonight. We're going to be talking about something that everybody's been talking about the past 48 hours, and that's Bill Cosby. Tonight's show is entitled, What Can We Learn from Bill Cosby? And I want to have an interactive discussion with everybody in regards to the whole Bill Cosby conviction being overturned. Also, mainly is the things that the man has been doing in the past 10, 20 years, what we can learn about the movements he's made and how we can make them applicable to ourselves. Okay, again, tonight we're talking about what can we learn from Bill Cosby, okay? Right. Before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producers, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother?
Now,
Thursday.
I know you're
changing lives.
I know you're moving back there, brother. Also give a shout out to Slick 316.
Slick 316.
Give a shout out to this Cuban and the Johnny Walker Gold Reserve.
Which is a good combination,
yes,
right?
Yes, she can't say nothing. Get on your damn nerve with this. Just like, hey fellas, just like Charlie Brown teach you, one. You might hear. Do you hear me? Yeah.
So you smoking that, drinking that reserve, you don't hear nothing. All you say is, okay.
Not a damn thing. That's all you need, fellas. I'm telling you, that's all you need.
I might even try that out.
Yeah.
It says it's better than Xanax.
Yeah, absolutely. I call it the shut up. I get my shut up. I'm good to go, man.
Right.
But man, I'm super excited about tonight's show. Again, I'm glad the brother's out of prison. But I think we'll have a great show tonight. We're talking about what can we learn from Bill Cosby.
Okay.
But you know, we start off each show. We had the previous week. Guys, we still are in the middle of the pandemic.
Right.
COVID ain't went away. And you know, it's funny, man. I was talking to, I was up at 100 headquarters, and I was talking to a couple of brothers. They, some were doctors, and they were talking about this new Delta variant. And they really was scaring the shit out of me. And,
right.
You know, just like, damn, what's coming, how they might shut this, that, and that down. I just want to say this to everybody. Just be careful.
Right.
I want everybody to know, I know majority of the people out here now are fully vaccinated, but still be precautious because it seems like...
On the vaccination part now, I mean, they'll interrupt you. I read something where they said, yeah, people who fully vaccinated still can catch it, but they just catch it a little less.
You talking about the regular COVID?
Yeah.
Well, now even with that, I heard they still can damn catch it all together. Just don't. It probably won't kill you.
It won't be as strong.
Yeah. You know? But with that said, you know, it's just like how we get our flu shots. When we got the shot, we didn't get it. You know, you still maybe get a chicken pox with a chicken pox vaccination. But at least you know everybody didn't get high intense cabin fever like we had last year and everything. But I still want to recommend to everybody, please stay safe and be careful. Wash your hands. Practice social distancing, cover your mouth when you sneeze or whatever, and everything. And if you are sick, stay away from everybody until you get well or until you find out exactly what's going on with you. Second, guys, got a major announcement. You guys know when I set my goals each year, and one of the goals I set is a goal that I set last year and also this year. Okay. And that was for my baby boy, William Burden, to make it to the Junior Olympics.
Oh.
So I had on my board, William, and that was one of my goals, man. And this past weekend, my son, William Clarence Burden, my baby boy, qualified for the Nationals, the Junior Olympics, in the discus. So big shout out to Big Will for qualifying the JOs. Also, big shout out to my son, Christopher. This is Christopher's 5th time making it to the Nationals. He's going in the shot put, man. So I'm super proud of both of them guys. Last year, the AAU track season was cut short because of COVID. So it was kind of bittersweet. And that was one of the things on my mind. I was just like, man, I got to get my boys there. But to get both of them to qualify, especially William. And William track season didn't start the best that it could. And big shout out to the coaches at Quarter Horse Track Club, Coach Mike Montgomery, Coach Will Murray. I say this, they got pissed off at William, but they didn't give up on William. So big shout out to Coach Mike and Coach Murray, man. I really appreciate both of you brothers. But yeah, man, Chris and Will qualified this weekend. I'm super excited for them. And Lab, better get ready to press that button again. I'm finna drop something on it. And that's it. That's it. Hey, I've been campaigning for a whole month, and Mr. Short Dollar hit 15.
My bad.
No, you good. Been campaigning for a whole month, people. But Mr. Short Dollar hit 15,000 subscribers.
15,000. Didn't you say that last week?
Yeah, last week, man. We were right there.
5-5, 15-5?
No, we was at 14-9.
14-9.
14-9, but hell, we was there about damn 2 weeks.
Right.
And I'm just saying, like, man, look, I appreciate reaching that milestone. I got some stuff planned for July. I've been planning it. I'm gonna drop it. But guys, I do want to tell you guys right now we're gonna change lives. My goal for change lives, I gotta hit 30. We want to hit 3,500 subscribers by the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we get 16,000 by the end of this month. Great. For Mr. Short Dollar for 3,500 guys. So I need you guys spreading the word about the channel. You know, if you like it, you got different content you want to discuss, feel free to reach out. But I do want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for helping Mr. Short Dollar reach 15,000 subscribers.
Mm.
Man, that felt good, Lab.
I know, good. Right?
It felt good.
Hard work, persistence,
You know, what's funny, that same goal board, like I tell everybody, the goal for Mr. Short Dollar for the year was 10,000 subscribers.
Right.
For the year. So, man, for us to do that and exceed it, man, I'm so
Blow
excited.
That out the water.
Oh, man, come on.
Blew that out the water, right?
Yeah. And that's me. But we're going to make it happen, brother. We definitely going to make it happen. And, you know, now going to tonight's show, we're going to be talking about, you know, what can we learn from Bill Cosby. You guys know on Change Your Life, hosted by Deonte Burden, we talk about personal development, professional development, motivation, parenting, dating, all that great stuff. You know, it's a real interactive channel and show. I made a couple changes this year with the channel, with me coming out of my divorce and stuff, so I want to be a little bit more in person and share some things about myself with you guys. But I got, you know, the night show, I had to just kind of jump on top of this because, again, when I seen Brother Cosby get out, I was like, okay, this is something we need to really discuss.
Right,
you know,
right.
In regards to that, because you got a glitch or whatever that was in. I can't see. I mean, I can't see how the hell they messed that up.
Right.
But you know, damn, but I guess that's one of the things. You got high priced lawyers that can find that kind of stuff.
Right.
You know, but again, how long he was in prison?
3 years.
Shit, it took that damn long to figure that out. But
3 years.
I guess that whole process of going back and forth.
87,
Yeah.
86.
Yeah.
Everybody, a lot of women upset though.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Feminists upset.
I mean, you know, hell, they kind of go back what I was saying with even when them HBCUs and all them folks took your name out of their buildings. They ain't giving no money back.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, you know.
They ain't giving them 15, 20 million back.
Yeah, but see, here's the deal. We talk about this all the time. The rules of the game are the rules of the game. And when they don't necessarily go your way, you can't get mad.
Right.
So the same thing that the rules that were used to put him away, that everybody like, this is fair, this is justice. Shit. Now you got people feeling the same way.
Right.
This is how the system's supposed to work.
Right.
If you're wrongly accused, you can get out of there. So again, my heart goes out to anybody that had it that may have been a victim of anything, or even if this brother was wrongly convicted. But that's why I kind of want to have tonight's show. We talking about what can we learn from this, because I'm gonna just share a story, man. I'm gonna go back to I think this was 99 or 2000. Bill Cosby going on this book tour.
Right.
So he was coming to all these different cities in the country.
I remember that.
All right. And he went to Doug High over there off what Doug on them what street Doug on?
Don't get Doug messed up. You had 225 chiming in.
High Tower.
High Tower.
Well, Holmes now, but it was High Tower. And matter of fact, it was definitely like 2000. I just got out of the Army, that's what I remember.
Okay.
He was on this tour and he went up to Doug High to preach, and he was just talking about, how the boys wear their pants and how they talk and all that kind of stuff. Everyone knows I'm a board member of 100 Black Men South Metro, and I'm a real big advocate of mentoring the youth and dealing with young folks. But the way he was going about it, he wasn't he wasn't mentoring or helping. He was just saying, what all they were doing wrong.
Right.
And unless you just legally damn blind, which I think he is now, everybody knows what the kids are doing. If the kid's sagging, if the kid got this, they got the scribble scrabble all over their damn face or whatever, whatever they doing wrong, everyone knows that.
Right.
The issue comes up, like I always say to myself, with just being a mentor, it's not an issue of awareness, it's an issue of giving them solutions. And you tell somebody, hey son, you need to do this, you need to do that. They know they're wrong, but they ain't got no proper guidance on how to do it the right way.
Right.
And usually when you got a man of that stature that's very influential, very well spoken, very well connected, he going around his community that, I don't think there's a doubt that Bill Cosby, was for black folks. He was the biggest benefactor of HBCUs in the country. But it hit a little different.
Right.
When Bill said it. And I think that campaign spurred, he'd already had a reputation of being critical of the people in his industry and things like that. But I think that campaign took a lot of his public support.
Right.
Because there are a lot of people looking at, him as,
America's
dad,
black
but the black dad, and to just be going there chastising people without, being any kind of champion or telling what they need to do. It didn't, it didn't sit well with a lot of people. So he lost a lot of fans.
Right. With
that, now, you fast forward, I don't know where all these damn women coming from. These women are coming from
everywhere.
Man, Bill, boy, good Lord. I ain't no damn saint, so I ain't gonna be sitting there judging, but I ain't never popped no pill on.
No, that's right.
Bill getting them ready. Bill had his own little cocktail.
Right.
He had his own little Wild Bill. Potion.
Allegedly.
Yeah, no. I think they agreed to that. I think that was no. I think he admitted to that.
Okay.
I think he just settled all that shit. I don't think the pills were alleged.
Oh, okay.
I think it was just that he settled with settled with most of them.
Oh, okay.
Because that one he went to prison for, that was a damn Gila monster. I think he took the damn pill. Hey.
She wasn't that ugly. She wasn't that beautiful. Beautiful. Like,
you ain't seen her?
No.
She from the other persuasion.
No.
Which I ain't tripping on that.
Right.
But I'm tripping on like, hey man, hey bro.
Really?
Bro, come on. Hey man, hell, I ain't give a damn. He was $1 now. I'm sitting there like, that when you hear that last call, it's like, hey guys, listen, only 10 more minutes left for alcohol. Last song finna play.
Right.
And you scrambling, you ain't caught now.
Right.
Like that, man.
You can have 5 drinks.
Yeah, what they call them at the truck stop? Lot lizards. But I think he gave her $2 million.
$2 million?
He had already settled with her, and then they brought it back up. She kept pushing about it. But, I'm just saying, all these women came out, and again, it looked like the brother was a predator when you hear them talk, but I know it's two sides of every story.
Right.
I don't know him enough, I'm just speaking from Deonte Burden. I don't know that man to sit here and say this, that, and that. I've never been in no situation like that to be any kind of rape or sexual assault victim to say, hey, that did happen, it couldn't happen. I just know that he lost a lot of people that cared about him previously.
Right.
That really wouldn't give him the support.
Right.
It was kind of like, when Juice, and OJ ain't never really been, with the brothers, but you just didn't want the sister. But Bill had just attacked everybody so much, folks didn't even give a damn.
Right.
And I just remember that sticking to, kind of when we were having this discussion tonight. Like, you just be thinking sometimes, like, you can do certain things. And I have no idea. I don't know if he was trying to promote a book. Mm-hmm. I don't know why he was going on that kind of campaign. Now, we'll say this, too. I've been around brothers that, quote-unquote, want to mentor. Because, again, any man that want to help young men, especially even black men that want to help young black men, is good. And people say, yeah, we need more black mentors. But some of these guys don't need to be around, boys.
They don't need to be.
Yeah. I mean, for real.
They bad influences.
Not even bad influences. You can have a brother that can be, let's take the bad influences away. Let's say a brother is a successful guy. He's well spoken, well read brother. You're like, okay, you need to talk to other, but he's unrelatable.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you don't even know how to talk to him,
approach
every damn thing. You know, and,
Right.
and he can't make a connection to this kid. He telling this kid what to do, and it's not working. When I was at Harvard, man, my senior year, I forgot the brother's name, but he came and spoke to us at Harvard. He was a banker,
Mm-hmm.
and he was telling us like he was glad that he was brought up in a mixed community because he knew how to deal with white folks. Now you at Harper High,
Right.
ain't nothing but Negroes up in there.
Right.
Ain't no salt and pepper, straight pepper everywhere.
Right.
And you telling us like, but we not from that.
Right.
And it was just one of those odd,
Conversations.
yeah, speakers.
Speeches, yeah.
And you know, it's like no, we couldn't even get in the context of him because it's like he was knocking us.
Right. He was telling
You
y'all,
know, yeah.
y'all
you
around
know-
too many black folks. Y'all need to get around some white folks. Basically, just knocking the neighborhood. That's how I would have felt. What you talking about?
And you talking to kids that was in the financial service and magnet program.
Right.
So you weren't talking to kids that really didn't have any kind of aptitude to understand what you were saying.
Right.
But I just stuff like that stick with me because one thing about it, man, you know I'm a big proponent with listening to people and taking advice, but I always have a problem with people that talk to me instead of with me.
Or down to you.
Yeah, talk down to you,
Right.
man. That was my ex-father-in-law. Asshole. I can say this shit now with a voice.
Right.
Asshole.
Right. You tell me about those stories. Talk down to he ain't never done it.
He in Thailand probably talking to some damn coconut tree, getting on their damn nerve. Coconut tree mad as hell. He's just trying to fall over on his ass.
Right.
Yeah. One day,
All
I'll
right.
fall on top of his ass. But, you know, your classic example, man. And there's a lot of men like doing it where they talk to younger people. You need to listen. Y'all young folks don't do this. Y'all don't do that. And you can't get with them.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about it, and I do appreciate being with the 100, is they attempt to send you to classes to be a mentor on how to communicate and
Right.
give and receive, because you do have some brothers that are rigid in them.
Well, you know, the problem is it probably comes up with generational. You know, we were raised tough love, so we figured that worked on us, gotta work on them. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
when we were told to do something, we pretty much did it. But this is a whole new generation now. But you know, fill up your pants. We was like, yes, ma'am. You know, stuff like that. But now it's a little bit. They're a little bit. You rigid, they rigider.
I mean, it's kind of like we hear the things that be like, well, when they stop letting the teacher whoop folks in school, and I go in there, you know, my son's teacher. I mean, I don't know if she need to be at school or Club Nicky.
Oh my God.
Good God! Shout out to the fine teacher. Yes, sir.
So you like
Mr. Burden, miss you on open house. That's my hug day.
right?
Stop, Mr. Burden. Stop, Mr. Burden. I know that teacher. Well,
Well, my teachers look nothing
no.
like this.
Hell no. You know, I tell you, I had that Jerry curl.
Right.
The Jerry curl, smoking in Newport, drinking that old Folgers coffee in the morning. Come, sit your ass down, Chutney. Chutney, sit down.
Oh my God.
Hey, that's what I had. Teacher be smoking a cigarette in class and that coffee. That is stink. There's aroma, sinker and cigarette in the morning, mixed with a little stay soft fro.
Stay soft fro.
Oh, boy.
Carefree curl.
I got old big old powder hitting you. Sit down.
Yeah.
That's why I hear to sit down. You know, like now they all, man, you go, they like, yeah, this how school should look. I be telling the kids, like, how the hell you can't be attentive? I be looking at her, all them tattoos she got.
Right.
Like, man, come on. My full undivided attention.
Right.
Hell, you know, shit, I be trying to see if I can sit in all the meetings. But, you know, that's one of them things, man. You know, I want to kind of, you know, kind of talk about tonight in regards to what we can learn from Bill, because one of the things, you know, I looked at, you know, we started looking at it from an integrity standpoint, and by God, I'm not trying to sit here and just say, well, hey, I haven't done this and I haven't done that in my life, but I think a lot of times when we cast this net that we greater than our, we don't make mistakes, and we talk to people, y'all need to do this, y'all need to do that, we lose a lot of the innocence of a lot of our communications. And I think that's what happened. That's not what I think. I believe that's what happened to that brother. Cause I'm a huge Bill Cosby fan, but again, I don't know enough about the man to sit here and know him personally to say what he did or didn't do. And you got people.
Right.
The odd part about it, you got people that were close to him that did shows with him, acted with him friends, and they on both sides.
Right.
He did and he didn't.
Right.
So that's what was really alarming. But when you kind of put yourself in a position where you tell people to do certain things, and when things come back on you, that's when things kind of get alarming.
Yeah.
And it's hard, you know, and that's why I always try to push the people like, look, man, we all human. We all gonna make mistakes. Lord knows I have.
Right.
You know, but I always go back to the number one question: did I F up or am I F up?
Right.
Now, I might mess up, but I don't be messing up.
Right. Right.
You know, again and again, my mess up may be unforgivable.
That's true.
I get it.
Right.
I get it. I understand. I can live with that. But you can't sit here and portray me like I'll be messing up.
Right. I get
And
it.
I think that that brother was, I don't think, I stop saying I think. What I feel like he was doing a lot was really berating people when they messed up. And they weren't truly people that were messing up. And sometimes, you know, when as a father of kids and a mentor, God knows I don't try to talk to, you know, my own and other kids. And I got it. I know it. I got it. I got it. You know.
Yeah. That's it right there.
I get it. Everybody, you know, and that's frustrating. But what we also know is that a lot of times, a lot of young people want guidance.
They do.
You want to sit there and talk to that OG.
They
Man,
do.
there are so many kids, young men and women, that reach out to me all the time. Kids that went to school with my son or other people. Hey, man, what's up, Mr. Burden, OG? What's going on? Let's talk. Come to me for business advice and all that kind of stuff. Most of them, since they're grown now, charge their ass. But, you know, when they were kids, you know.
It was different.
Now, but, you know, but real talk, and I appreciate that. I appreciate having opportunities, you know, even with you know, with being part of 100, just going there and talking to the kids and doing it. And I think it's a big responsibility with me personally, you know, to make sure that I'm always, you know, in a position on point to listen to people and be able to be somewhat or be as open-minded as possible to understand that the way I think and believe is the way I think, and everybody else don't think that.
Right.
I think a lot of people don't get that part. And to your point earlier, people are so rigid sometimes to forget, like, you know, that's how you feel. That's how you believe.
Right.
And that's not how everybody thinks.
Right. You can't expect you out of people.
No.
You can't expect you out of people. So, yeah, that rigidness don't pan out a lot of times because that person ain't you. You may want them to be you, but they don't think like you. They don't respond to things like you. So they're not you. So you can't expect people. You can't expect you out of other people because we all don't think the same.
Well, even to that point, like, I think the more, just I say this, it has helped me because you're talking about 20 years of coaching, mentoring and dealing with other kids. It's helped me to be that way because I'm always out there dealing with other people and kids. A person that doesn't do that, they may not be as swift to understand, you know, that, hey, man, you know, that kid might, you know, he might be on medication. Or that kid got issues at home. You know, you see the viral videos. Well, you know, it was a mom took her son in a barbershop, and the kid was just cutting up, and everybody in there, he needed to get his butt whooped. All these men were saying that. Clearly, in my mind, that kid got something wrong with him.
Right.
Like, that wasn't a hard-headed child. That was a chemically imbalanced child to me.
Right.
Like, I don't think I think that kid would be getting a whooping and still be just jumping up and down. And if you don't really deal with kids or understand that, and it's not a negative thing, it's just being realistic, you would receive that differently. And I just think that kind of benefit. So I would challenge people if you got any kind of opportunity. I ain't saying you got to join Big Brothers of America because that was a nightmare experience for me. And I talk about I ain't talk about it tonight. I think I talked about it on the show before, didn't
Which that?
That Big Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked about it on the show. They put me with the Tasmanian devil. But
right.
Damn, well, flashback. But I'm not saying you got to join Big Brothers of America. But I am saying every now and then try to take it upon yourself to at least try to do some kind of interaction with a younger person. That can be somebody a little younger than you. It can still be an adult. It can be a child, teenager, whatever. And try to make, help them. If you want to, try to help them make some kind of impact.
Okay.
If you can, if possible. I'm sorry, I got to fix something right quick. I thought I had this thing on silent. But I just want to pose that challenge. Hey, again, this is Change the Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Change the Life, we talk about personal development, professional development, motivation, family, dating, marriage, divorce, life, kids, all that great stuff. Just basic life stuff on Change the Lives. We are streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Excuse me, right now, no matter what platform you're looking at, the main vehicle that we put most of our information on is the YouTube channel. So go to Change the Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. On the YouTube channel, over 250 videos on there. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay abreast of more great information and videos to come forward. Okay. The second thing I want to say we can learn about from Bill Cosby is learning that you got haters. See, a lot of times
they say if you don't have them, you ain't popping.
And when you get comfortable, you forget that everybody don't like you.
Right.
Is anybody chiming in or anything?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We got people on there, but they ain't saying that.
Can't compete with the Hawks.
and versus.
I ain't mad at you.
Right.
But, well, a lot of times when you're sitting there and things are good, it's good. And I'm going to just say this from personal experience. Like, I love DJ Lab, Slick 316. You really, a lot of time, man, I found a lot of my friends, the people that knew what I was going through, it meant a lot for to holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Right. To talk to me when I really needed, and it meant a lot. Because when you going through stuff in your mind, all kind of places, I know my head this time last year was a damn baby route. You really find out who your friends are when you going through stuff.
Right.
And you really find out who ain't.
Right.
Because when you going through stuff, and one of the dumbest questions I got asked, well, why you do this? Well, mother effer, I didn't need to know. Look, I need solutions.
Right. Solutions. I don't need questions.
You ever look at, what is it, Snowball? And the brother, damn, what's his name? What the lead character name?
I know who you're talking about.
Damn, is it Lenny?
No, it's not. It's not.
But I remember the scene when he was just trying to, he had the other dope boy. They had just get a plan together, and everybody just throwing out there. He just said, "Listen, man, if y'all got something constructive to say, you tell those man that dude be acting."
Right.
But hey, boy, I'm saying, yeah.
Like not a little bit British.
Yeah.
He real British.
Yeah. He just like Idris Elba. But it's funny, man, because when he said something, man, that was some real boss stuff. Because I know what the hell I go through, and he was just like, man, listen. If y'all got an opinion, y'all got something to say, I'm going to listen to you.
Right.
He said, if y'all ain't got nothing, just shut the hell up and let me figure it out like I always do.
Right.
And a lot of times, people, when they going through stuff, they got too many people telling them what the hell they did wrong. And yeah, you know that.
I already know that part.
You know the hell, I know I did wrong. I know what I got caught doing. I know what all that is. Shit, I need some solutions.
Right.
A brother is drowning.
Right.
Get me out of Lake Lanier.
And that's the problem, though. And I know we talking about Bill Cosby. It is what it is, but that's what everyday life, though. We go through stuff every day. I mean, to be honest with you, me personally, I go through things every day. My mind is always like a rattle most of the time. I'm trying to figure out stuff, and I don't call nobody because I don't know why I'm thinking this way. So I know that person ain't gonna be able to help me out. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's just. You don't want to call or talk to nobody because you don't feel like they're going to get it, for one. For two, you don't want to hear them say, well, why? I don't know why. Just help me out. And number three is, you don't want them telling nobody else what you damn talking about.
Yeah, you might well do a Facebook post.
Exactly.
You know, when you sit there and think about it, let's say we go back 25 years and we look at how iconic Bill Cosby was.
Mm-hmm.
And to have so many people wanting blood, this is how I look at it. Every person that accused Bill Cosby, he had some well-known people that accused him, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But majority of the people that accused Bill Cosby were lesser known than him. And so when people were listening to people, and I'm not saying they wrong, but just follow me what I'm saying. People were listening to people that were lesser known than this man and taking their word over him
Mm-hmm.
and rolling with it.
Right.
And so my point with all that is that you're sitting there going, because that's what you want to hear, you want to, or you want to just put that with it, you come to whatever conclusion you got.
That's right. You see me in my parade rest?
Yeah.
Just thought I'm in parade rest. Huh?
Yeah, man. You actually at ease.
Oh, I'm at ease.
Yeah. You got to be
Okay.
45-degree angle.
Oh, yeah.
Thumbs in a lot behind your back.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to see if you remember. Go, carry on.
Don't fall out in formation.
Carry on. I just want to throw that out.
Lab doing a little DNC, a
Yes.
drilling ceremony.
That's right.
For you people that ain't from the military. A little DNC in here. But, people come to their own conclusion about things. And so now you're sitting there like, people be like, damn, I thought we were cool. Now all of a sudden, yeah, he raped her. He did this, he did that. You're like, what the hell?
Right.
And I even went with my personal stuff with, yeah, he did this and he did that. Now I'm the big bad wolf. But, a year or two, I was helping you. You asked when you ain't had no damn,
you
had an empty ass refrigerator,
right,
and all this other kind of stuff. But that's the kind of stuff when you go through things. I said, that's when you find out, because people that you at once assisted or showed love to, now they on some BS on what you done did and what you ain't did, mm-hmm. what kind of person you and your character assassinated, and you gotta be prepared for that, mm-hmm. because when it's good, it's good.
Right.
And when it's bad, it's bad. Shit, boy, I've been to the damn abyss.
Right.
And when you go down to the abyss, boy,
it's a hard thing.
Boy, you be laying down, Joker pull the junk out and piss on you. Hey, man, I'm still down here. I know.
I know, right? I know you was. That's what made me have to go to the bathroom.
They did it to me, boy. They did it to me.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
On Bill Cosby and the fact that he had people that probably hate on him, people that he probably was helping to help get their career started and all that other stuff. Do you think, in all hindsight, because a lot of them was a long time ago. I mean, that was when he was doing Let's Do It Again and stuff like that. Do you think that he got to a point to where he was like, ain't nothing gonna happen, I'm good? Was he not expecting it? I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know. When you do dirt, you're supposed to do dirt by your lonely. You ain't supposed to have nobody that's going to be able to say, yeah, I was there, or yeah, he did it, he told me. You're supposed to just do that by yourself and not mention it no more.
Well, possibly.
Yeah.
But I also think some of it would probably kind of, this is where I kind of look at it with this, and this is not to offend nobody, to be straight up. I just feel like when I heard the notion that he was a powerful black man, a powerful man, but I still look that he was a black man. Mm-hmm. Even I see those white women during that time. I mean, if any one of those white women would have came out and they could have been homeless, and they said Bill Cosby assaulted them, or they put him on an oak tree.
Right.
Like, I just can't. He still was black. Mm-hmm. He still was black.
Right.
And you talking about going to the 60s and 70s mm-hmm. with any kind of allegation of a white woman,
right?
I just can't. I can't see it, lad.
Right.
I can't see it.
Especially through the 60s and 70s.
Absolutely.
I mean.
Absolutely. I'm just talking about, even for that reason, hell, a sister.
Right.
Now again, it may have. You might have some women that were compromised as far as their careers.
Right.
To say, hey, if I'd have came out, I might not have got another acting job or something like that.
Right.
I get that, but if you'd have went forward with it, I just don't know. I don't think he was that powerful. He's still black.
Right. But back then, though, when you think about it, in the 60s and 70s, he wasn't as powerful.
Well, no, he was just popular.
He was just popular.
Yeah.
I mean, but he didn't get really, really, really rich and overly rich and famous till he did the Cosby stuff. So you think about that whole time span. We talking about. I mean, he
let's say prior to '85.
Yeah, he was on electric company and stuff. I mean, you think about all that stuff. I mean,
Green Hornet.
Right, Green Hornet and all them 60s. So
Hey.
Fat Albert, all that.
Hey man, I just that's one kind of hard for me to grasp.
Right.
I ain't saying he didn't do it.
Right.
But the reluctance, I just would have thought he'd been easier to fry it in than he is fried in.
He wouldn't made it to court. We're talking about doing something to some white woman.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, like, now, I think it's harder now than it would have been then.
Right.
Because he can afford representation.
Mm-hmm.
He has established image and stuff. So I don't know. Now again, I ain't trying to sit here and say something that happened to folks.
Right.
I just think it'd been harder, easier to push back then.
Right.
Right. And again, who am I? But again, I just feel that way. But those are the kind of things you look at when you start talking about what you can learn from them. Just when you think you doing certain things, and people come out and that you really want to expect them to hate and do certain things, it cuts you a little different.
Right.
It cuts you a little different. A lot of people been through it. I damn sure been through it. I'm going through it and everything. But you know my motto: keep that energy.
Yeah. I mean, when I went through my divorce, I still go through it now, and I've been divorced for some years. But when I went through my divorce, the one person who I just knew, who I thought was gonna be on my side, was not, and that was my mama. That cut real deep. But we never really had a close relationship anyway. But it's just the point. You know what I'm saying? I'm still your child, so you know what I'm saying. Everything you gonna do to help her. So yeah, I feel what you're saying. That right there, that cuts deep when you think people gonna be on your side, even just a little bit, or be neutral. No, not just go totally to the other side. I would have preferred you to be neutral.
No. And I can imagine. But those are the kind of things we try to, you got to be aware of that can happen, because again, when you're up, you're down, you're down. And everybody don't like necessarily playing in dirt. Right. I tell you, boy, you playing dirt, you're gonna get in your eye.
Right.
A lot of folks ain't got time to get dirty with you. So
it's red clay.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So you need to be prepared if you go through stuff. Be kind of like, hey, you have an exodus of your fan club.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight we're talking about what can we learn from Bill Cosby, right? The third thing I want to talk about, and I think this is all of us went through, is that we don't like to say this, and we know it, but there are consequences for everything you do.
Right.
If we do something positive, there are some consequences for that.
Mm-hmm.
Consequences ain't necessarily always got to be looked in a negative light.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just sometimes when you work out hard to get yourself in shape, a consequence may be some time you losing with your children.
Right.
Or with your spouse.
Right.
You done sit here and bust your tail to get through law school, got this law degree. You ain't spend no time with your old lady.
Right.
Right?
I get it.
So we talking about consequences ain't necessarily all going to be associated to a we're going to talk about these consequences. And I remember, man, just go back. I hope this young lady ain't listening, but I know she look at the show. This is one of my old girlfriends from high school.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna take you back to probably 1992 or 3.
Harper Archie.
I know what Harper Archie. It was just straight Harper.
Harper.
I was at West Fulton then, I think.
No, okay.
I don't know. But anyway, this young lady, they had an attic fan. So if you have, anybody had an attic fan, it sound like yeah. So she decided to sneak me in the house. So we sneak in the house, play doctor for a little bit. It's about 11, 12 o'clock. Everybody knew I had a little white Chevette. I park it at the corner, walk down to her house, cut the attic fan on.
Right.
And her mom would sleep, everybody just used to it, they be asleep. So this one day, I guess, because you couldn't, say mom couldn't ever hear nobody in the house.
Right.
So this one day, I guess mom wants to explore. DJ Lab, mom came in there.
Right.
And I'm in there butt bunking naked.
Oh, Lord.
Now, mom didn't see me. But I'm over in the corner, balled up with
Right.
a blanket over me.
Right.
Talking, having a intimate conversation with God
Jesus.
about getting out of this.
And
How
not coming
I'm
back
going
again.
to change my life.
Right. In the name of the Lord.
Yeah, what if he can get me out of this? Lamb.
Right.
And that lady, she sat on the damn bed. I'm over there cramping and spasming up, trying to not to move,
Right.
hold my breath.
Right.
And mom just talking about all kind of stuff, and I'm just sitting there. And please, friend, don't get mad. But I'm sitting there like, woo! But I'm just telling God, if you ever get me out of it, yours.
Right. I'm yours. I'm giving my
Lab, mom left out about 30 minutes later.
Uh-huh.
I'm cramping. I think I'm at damn 2 days at summer practice. Girl, I gotta go. Climb out the window, get in my car. Lab, ask me where I was the next night.
Right back over there.
Oh,
Forsaking your
yeah.
Jesus. Whew, them consequences went right away. Right?
But Lab, I ain't through.
Okay.
Come out the house, feeling like a young G. 2 in the morning.
All right. Oh,
Guess who's sitting out there in the yard in the lawn chair?
mama.
I did the number one thing any young man would do. Took off running. Punk ass poochie. Punk ass poochie took off.
Why she in the yard though?
Oh man, I don't know, man.
Because Jesus said,
Oh,
you playing me.
oh,
Let me go and set mama in the yard today.
I got back home. My phone ringing like she timed it. Mr. Burden, do you know I can have charges pressed on you? Oh man, shoot.
Not if we the same age.
Man, no. Well, that's you. We were teenagers. Man, but my ass just, ma'am.
Right.
But that lady ended up loving me. But I will say this too. I'm just going back to, we talking about just consequences. Making decisions, and understand there's ramification for everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
And people sometimes get too caught up into the positive aspect of their decision and never think about the consequence. Because, like I said, the consequence is not always going to be quote unquote negative.
Right.
And the brother was doing things, understand it, because I got to understand, we can go into God, loving, and all this stuff with his marriage. 1 or 2, he got about 50.
You're right.
Camille's still down.
Camille's still down. She know where them zeros land.
And you know what, man? And I don't even necessarily know if it's zeros.
It might be just
she
she
might be
love him.
cool. They might got an understanding. She might have damn knew.
That's what I'm saying. She might have. I was about to say she might have knew.
I don't know. But I will say I don't think it's the other side of it. Say when they get to your kids, they get embarrassed. They hear about this. But people got to really understand. What I want people to learn from that is every decision has a consequence.
Right. And you need to also let them understand that the consequence may not happen right away. Your instant gratification is going to happen. That's what we're looking for. People are always caught up in the instant gratification of what they're doing, but they never think about the consequences towards the end. And it might not come today or tomorrow, but there will be a consequence to what you do.
Well,
negative or positive.
And that's the thing about I really want people to get that part. The consequence ain't necessarily going to be something that you need to be embarrassed about.
Right.
But it may not necessarily be something that's favorable for you.
Right.
That's the thing about it. When you, like I said, man, when you sitting there trying to build a business up, man, there was some things I was really sacrificing with my children, growing my business. Certain things came evident to me, I had to pull back. But so you sitting there looking like I'm growing this on one side, looking like you're being successful.
But I'm losing
But other
this.
things are suffering on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to find a happy medium.
Right.
Or you got to make decisions. And I think a lot of times people don't necessarily want to go for that. They just look at it like, because I'm happy, everybody's going to be happy. Or because I'm doing this, everybody just understand. And that's not always going to be the case.
Right.
And I think people really don't try to go through that whole thought process. Now, when we talking about learning from this experience, we got to understand that, everyone. We got to understand that. And when you're making decisions, you're going through and trying to think big picture wise, or why you're trying to do this, or why you're doing that. You want to think about, hey, man, shit, if I take this new job, you know, and I'm going to get paid more money, I'm make more money, but I know I ain't in no, you know, great car.
Right.
The extra wear and tear is the additional pay going to compensate for that. You know,
Right.
Is this new promotion they give me, even though it give me more money, the BS I got to deal with.
Is it worth the headache?
Is it worth the, you know? So that's what I really want everybody to kind of, because people don't really think about that. People just, oh yeah, because what's the difference between the guy that's a manager at McDonald's and a head fry guy?
Right.
Only thing it is probably $1.50, and the boat and the tie and the shirt. Yeah, they're getting the shirt and the tie, but you got a boatload of more responsibilities, and is the money worth it?
Right.
And those are the kind of things I don't think a lot of people go through the thought process of doing it. Now, if you're on a certain career path, career check, you want to do certain things, that's fine. But again, we got to look about the flip side of it. What the things that can come out of it are going to bite folks. And trust me when I say this, most people don't look at it like that.
Right.
They look at consequences as being something negative. It's not always going to be something negative, but it will be something that's going to disrupt things.
I'm going to give you a good example. When I worked for Developers Diversified, I was a property manager, but I had a company car. Go to all the shopping centers within the Atlanta area, company car, fine, no problem. They want to promote me to a regional manager. They take the company car away because you go state to state, and they just pay you mileage. I had to really assess that because, for one, I only had one car at the time. My wife was in school, 3 children. You know what I'm saying? So I only had the one car because I had the company car. You get what I'm saying? So I had to assess that because I didn't have the money to buy a car right away. So I was like, I had to actually turn it down. And there was more money, but the process of going to get another car, adding insurance on, car payment, wear and tear, I got to pay the maintenance, and just getting mileage, which was what I don't think was very much per mile, didn't add up to me.
Math don't work.
It didn't work. It didn't work. I was probably paying out more, taking the promotion and making more money than I was just staying where I was and driving a company car around.
How many people do you think go through any kind of process elimination like that?
Right.
They just wave that little biscuit in front of them. Hey, man, they gave me a promotion, this, that, and that, but you ain't even thought about, like I say, the consequences of doing that.
Right.
Okay, man, damn, boy, you ain't gonna never be at home. You know?
Right.
Feel like you get your car breaking down, and you go to the dealership. What the dealership do to always seal the deal? They get you in that car. They say, well, we probably make. Well, how much can you pay a month?
Right.
And they might have you financed for 8 years.
Right.
But they get you in there. And you know it's already tight for you to be paying it because you like the car, you drove it, and now the possibility that you can actually own this car.
Right.
But now your ass working overtime, you doing all this other kind of stuff. You know what? You ain't enjoying your car.
Right.
Your ass is working, you Ubering, all other kind of stuff. It ain't even fun.
Right.
It ain't even
fun. Right.
And people really don't think about the consequence side of that. So I just want people really think about it because I think that brother made a lot of decisions. And some of the consequences probably weren't looked at. He might have thought it out and said, I don't give a damn.
Right.
Cool. You know?
It is what it is.
But I don't think so. I don't think so. And I want everybody kind of really, be very, if anything we talked about tonight, really be thinking about both sides of decision making, that consequent aspect. Getting this change line hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight we're talking about what can we learn from Bill Cosby. The last thing I want to talk about, and this is real near and dear to me, everybody know how I am, about family. One thing I did notice about it with this, shitty folks stayed down with him. Now,
all his folks too, wife, kids, everybody.
I don't know if he got put in a reverse headlock when he got home, but as far as the public, stayed down.
Right.
Let me say this to you. If you know when your family members is wrong, I ain't saying you got to sit here and just be blindly follow them on whatever. But understand that that's still your family member.
Right.
You know, you ain't got to agree with them, but you definitely don't have to publicly condone them either, or condemn them either. And I think when we start talking about family, people really treat family sometimes like they would somebody outside of that family.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, I'm one of them lucky people, man. I can say, man, even with everything I've been through in my life, successes, failures, and growing and doing stuff, I can pretty much say on both sides, mom and dad, I ain't really had no hating.
Right.
You know, you might do with your cousin don't know what the hell you really do, but they be like, hey, good, cousin, proud of it. I never dealt with that.
Right.
I can honestly say, I ain't never dealt with that.
Well, I'm different.
You know, I can dig it. And I've heard a lot of people say that, but I've never, different. You know, now again, I can't sit here and say everybody's understanding
right
on what the hell I'm doing, but I ain't never really had no hate from my family, man. I ain't never, I'm talking about either side, cousin, proud of you. Ah, shit, that's what I get, you know, whatever. And again, you know, that's been very, very important to me. But I really, really looked at it, admiring it. I've always raised my children to be very supportive of each other. Mm-hmm. Check your brother when he's wrong, but don't ever let nobody talk about your brother. Mm-hmm. Don't front on it. That's one of our rules. Don't front on each other in public. You know, when we get behind closed doors, man, what the F are you doing?
Right.
But family before everything. And I didn't realize how strong a family I had until I seen some of my friends that didn't have what I had.
Man.
And I damn thought I probably took my family for granted.
Right.
Because to see how we are and to see how other folks that had no. And it's funny, man, I'm a cousin, you know, especially all his last name Burden. You know, my great grandfather had 10 kids. Mm-hmm. And to see all the second and third cousins
hanging
all
out,
us still hang out and come from the same nutsack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I always be looking at it like, man, you know, we all got the same great granddad, great grandmama. Mm-hmm. You know, just be sitting around looking.
Right.
And you know, and everything. And also, you know, I always thought that was very, very powerful. Shout out to all the Burdens.
That's right.
You know,
and it is. Hold on, let me. I think people do take family for granted how strong a family can be, because coming from one that's not very strong, mm-hmm. I'm not ashamed to say it, I don't care. Coming from one that's not very strong, sometimes you don't. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't envy nobody's family. I mean, my family is what it is. I take the good with the bad, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even worry about that part. But it makes you, for me, it makes me know that pretty much you can't count on folks. And then I'm talking about my family. People on the outside, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about my family makes me realize that, hey, I can't really count on nobody, really. Because if my family couldn't stick with me through thick and thin, what Joe Blow on the corner gonna do? Or what Joe Blow that, or this person that claim that they my friend gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So you look at things differently that way than when you would if you had a strong family. You might be like, okay, I do, at least if anything else happened, I know I got my family.
Them.
Right.
I got them. And I can be honest with you, man, what I went through with my divorce, man, a lot of my cousins, man, talked to me 2 or 3 hours on the phone. Right. Cuz come have a drink, this, that, and that.
Meet me at the such.
Yeah. And I appreciate them, man. You know, just I'm sitting over there, they all in a good mood. And
right.
I'm talking
change your mood.
We laugh about it now.
Right.
Like, Poochie, what the hell
wrong with you?
And everybody know how happy-go-lucky I am.
Right. You better come smoke this shit up.
Get his ass on there to drink. Let me tell you, get Poochie ass on there to drink.
Right.
But nah, man, that was family first, man. So big shout out to both sides. You know, Burdens, Rollins, both sides of my family, man. You know, I can't thank you guys enough. And even my, you know, immediate family, my children, my mom, man, everything. Man, you know, hey, man, you know, I look at Bill like, hey, man, that was one thing probably helped him. Like I say, he might have got some hell on wheels behind closed doors.
Right.
But it do help when you sometimes going through some stuff. Mm-hmm. And you got people that can do it. And Lab, to your point, I will say this to you, brother, and this from me to you. Blood don't always make you family.
That's hey.
You know, so
that's true.
So that's the thing about it. And I consider you a brother, Cause it helped me through some bullshit. So,
always.
And that's some things that I think a lot of times, if you don't have that good friends or, like I said, that family ain't necessarily blood, yeah, life is a whole lot tougher.
Mm-hmm.
Life is a whole lot tougher, man. So, again, I really enjoyed our discussion tonight, but I kind of wanted, everybody kind of remember those points from the integrity, the haters, the consequences, and family. Things you can learn from the whole Bill Cosby situation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, miss the conversation, feel free to look over the video later on and share. Again, this is Deonte Burden, host of Changing Lives. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. Also go to Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and real estate investing. Got a busy month of July for you guys. Got a busy month. So I want you guys to buckle up. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, share everything about it. Also do the same thing with Mr. Short Dollar. But hey, guys, thanks a lot from the bottom of my heart. I had a great discussion tonight. Take care of yourself. Be safe. And I'll see you next week. Love you.